I think inequality, first of all, is a natural state of the world. So there's always going to be inequality. I think inequality gets more extreme with certain things, right? So what are the factors? I think we created inequality unfairly by making money too cheap. And I think we made people who are in finance be able to make too much money versus a typical worker. And I think that's bad for the country. I think inequality comes from, like I said, from education system. We have more educational inequality in this country than we have wealth inequality. Yeah. So like, if you want to substantively fix it, rather than trying to fix the results, why don't you go and fix the core and actually fix education inequality, which would require accountability for our education system, which would require going against the biggest supporter of the Democrats, which is the government unions in education, which is why they're not doing it. So it's extremely hypocritical. And so I don't think anyone has any credibility on wealth inequality if they're not talking about accountability in education, fixing education inequality. I think that's another big one. But I'll tell you what, Eric, if instead of working most of today and trying to get ideas out and then trying to build things to build companies, because I'm meeting an EIR later today for another company I'm building. I started 3 multi-billion-dollar companies before I started my fund. I've started like 4 billion-dollar companies in my fund. If I stop starting billion-dollar companies, inequality will go down. It's actually good for the world for me to keep building companies.